So at 4 AM last Sunday night, or possibly Monday morning, I was sitting against the grey-speckled walls of an airport feeling sorry for myself, but more about that later. Eventually I got to a departure gate, and then I was on a plane, and then I was on a bus, where I had an interaction I didn't record with a fan who had followed at Wimbledon since 1977, who recognised my AFC Wimbledon scarf, making me feel a little bit like a plastic. But he was very friendly about AFC Wimbledon being Nerdfight Terry's adopted team, and expressed amazement that the people he had stood on the terraces with 30 years ago, experiencing Wimbledon's first rise up through the leagues, were now running the club as directors of the Don's Trust. Anyway, then I was on a train, and then I was meeting my sister for a second breakfast, and then I was on the Underground, which confusingly stopped being Underground after a while, and then to Wembley Stadium, where we were to watch AFC Wimbledon in their League 2 playoff final against Plymouth Argyle. What do you think of football crowds?
I mean, it's exciting but scary. Like, a little bit scary.
I mean, that's how I feel about the game in general. It's exciting but scary. My nerves may not handle it. I had seen on the tickets that we were in row 5, but I assumed block 125 was way up in the stadium, with season ticket holders and VIPs getting all of the best seats. As it turns out, I was wrong. So, these are our seats. I can't quite believe that this is happening. AFC Wimbledon are right there. We are, what, 20 feet from the pitch? Something like that? What are your... Wembley Stadium? Having never been to a football stadium before.
It's so big. It's so big. Oh my god.
I wonder, it's like double-decker buses, like the size of Wales kind of comparisons big. Anyway, we sat there waiting for the match to start, watching the teams warm up, seeing an actual wumble, and trying not to freak out about seeing Laurie Sanchez, who is both a legend for Wimbledon and Northern Ireland, and in our most fun game, trying to work out from the perspective of the picture he posted on Twitter, which one of these people John Green was. Eventually the game kicked off, and it was spectacular. It was tense and exciting and flowing from end to end, and it was loud enough that my camcorder couldn't really cope with the atmosphere of everyone shouting to get behind their team. But I couldn't help but think, as I watched the Dons put pressure on Plymouth, about myself in that airport 12 hours earlier. I had known it was going to be like this. I had known the game was going to be fun, and the stadium was going to be intimidatingly massive, and I was going to enjoy myself, but I couldn't feel it. I had just felt like I was doing something exhausting and stupid, something that was an expensive waste of time and effort that could have been used more efficiently on doing something else than flying across the country to follow my third favourite football team. I felt like this a lot when talking about my summer plans, which, unlike most of my peers, aren't going to be spent doing something worthy in a developing country, or making myself more employable, or making myself any money. But ultimately, I don't think I would change any of those plans. Stupid ideas are valuable because us irrational, emotional humans get attached to them. We get passionate about them. And that's what can turn what seem like monumentally idiotic ideas, like, for example, two nerdy brothers thinking that someone is going to be interested in watching them talk to each other on YouTube, or like a group of middle-aged men rising from the depths of amateur football using an ownership structure that's completely unprecedented in England. Our stupid ideas are special because sometimes, once in a million days, they can become magical. Thanks for watching, and, of course, EFT.